Steven. Where are we driving right now?
Heading off to the Tucson Bicycle Classic time trial at Old Tucson Studios here. Ready for a 7-minute for the fast guys, probably 8-minute for me time trial. So this is what we call a prologue time trial. It's a short time trial at the beginning of the 3-day race. And so today we have a 3.5 mile kind of rolling, punchy, short time trial where it's just, you know, you alone against the clock trying to do your best time. After that, tomorrow we'll start a longer 80-mile road race, and that will be where the race will probably really be decided. And then we'll finish up Sunday with I think it's a 12-lap circuit race. It's a short 2-mile circuit in the middle of town, and there'll be one last chance to try to steal the overall win or to get some kind of result. You know, compared to previous years, it's going to be tough for me. I started working, 8 to 5 job, and I have a couple other obligations outside of that. I kind of feel like I'm coming into this race a little underprepared. This is probably the deepest field Tucson Bike Classics ever had, 75 or 80 riders, which almost all of them are full-time professionals. And we're a little bit of kind of the underdogs here.
Which bag is yours? What about your feet? Right one?
It's about there. Yep. What's the plan for today? It's a headwind, so it's slow. Most of the way I had wind, so it's pretty much like a steady effort on the downhill, and then just hit the uphill pitches and keep momentum going on the slightly more flat sections. And mostly it's all about getting your momentum over the steep pitches and getting a good punch.
What up?
Now you're more known as a sprinter or crit racer, is that right?
Yep.
So what's your plan for today's race? Self-preservation, get a good effort in?
Yeah, get a good effort in, and I've really, over the past few years, become to enjoy time trials, and so I'm really looking forward to see if I can repeat what I did last year, because last year I had a really, really good ride on this TT. So I'm hoping I can hit around 8 minutes.
There you go.
You know?
This is a Friday stage race, 3 days, starting Friday. You're working a full-time job. How are you balancing the job with this pursuit of bike racing?
Oh man, living for the weekend. Never understood it until this year, how really truly it means just to like work all week and look forward to what you do on the weekend.
I was at my desk at like, I was at noon, I'm like going through my Instagram and everyone's out like free riding the course. I'm like, oh, I'm racing this afternoon. Like I went kind of like full on it. So I got out the start gate, I went too hard, so I calmed down. I was like, oh, my legs feel shitty. So I just like got aero and I turned the gear over, and then I got to the hill and I saw my 30-second guy, and I was like, I felt like I was in the Tuesday ride runs to the same group, like group ride. So I felt like I was on the Tuesday ride. I'm like, oh, there's a breakaway, I better catch it. So I like sprinted up to the guy up the hill and just kind of held on it.
Now the first ramp up, did you rein it in?
I didn't stand up. I sat down. I sat up like on my aero bars, but I didn't sprint. I like seated like Fabian Cancellara op de Kappenberg.
Het breekpunt, hij snakt naar adem. De Zwitser op een klein verzetje, maar hij redt wel helemaal naar de top en redt er van weg. Hij staat aan de kant geplant. Cancellara is ribbidibee.
So you had a motor is what you're saying?
Yeah, literally, there's actually, don't check that bike. Yeah, sorry. Delete this video. I mean, it's hard. I mean, it's just so hard to tell. Like this field is so good, and it's like every person I saw out there riding looked fast. I mean, and it's a little intimidating, especially being, you know, not able to train as much. I mean, I know these guys were out for riding the course. They've all riding 5 hours a day, and I'm at my desk, like Instagram, like just watching them. But I think maybe the, you know, training less has given me like a little bit. I'm a little fresher, like mentally and physically. But I have that chip on my shoulder, you know, to go out there and like, can I keep up with these guys who are training 20, 25 hours a week when I'm training 10 hours a week? That's still a good teamwork. Like, that's how you can be a teammate. Like, what hurts when you want to put under pressure while you wait? Like, that's a question mark all the time. It's like it can be temporary.
I enjoy it with you and Sarah.
Yeah.
But then, like, past that, I'm not going to be that 40-year-old guy that, like, comes to races to do a race.
I enjoy racing because of the group of guys are with. Like, if I was on my own, I wouldn't do it. Like, this is the best group of guys. They're just like I would kill myself for you, like, to win the race. You know what I mean? Like, because it's fun.
Last weekend when I was riding for John, and I was so cross-eyed, I almost, like, went off the road. I felt so shitty because I didn't keep doing it. Like, I misheard him, and I was like, I had another 50 feet in me.
Like, even Valley is something like the guys in the break, like we're doing work, like we're fighting for
They were there.
But we're racing, like we're under the better.
Kind of sad.
Yeah.
Because you guys all have like shit you're doing and still do
Just about as good.
And
Yeah.
I think that the entire key is that like we race as a team. This is the podium tomorrow. Like peanut butter ones are the best.
Perfect. Can you give any other nutrition hacks for for people trying to get into elite cycling?
Well, you just gotta remember that like you have to fuel your body, so it's all about carbs at the end of the day. And like you could eat like rice and quinoa and stuff, but like that's not like as efficient carbs. So like when I want to be really efficient, like I tend to just go straight for the mega stuffed Oreos. If you look closely here, this has 25 grams of carbs per serving, and less than 1 gram of protein. This is actually an ideal carb to protein ratio for like race days. I mean, a better day one than I expected, to be honest with you. I didn't have a very good feeling going to the time trial, but the results are posted. There's some fast guys out there, like we knew that'd be, but Wouter's up in 18th place. He's about 30 seconds back. I'm about 20 seconds back on Wouter. I'm in 33rd place. And so, I mean, really there's no pressure on us for tomorrow. We're just gonna have to get in the break. We're just gonna make an opportunity. I mean, realistically, the Wouter's team, Boys of Leadville, is a strong team. They have 10 guys. Most likely they're gonna ride tempo, try to set Travis McKay up for the stage win. And so we got nothing to lose. We're just gonna roll the dice. We're gonna try to get everyone in the break. We're gonna be aggressive. I mean, we come out to race, so that's the plan for tomorrow. But today we just gotta get some food, get a good night's sleep.
What time is it? Where are we going? What's the plan for today?
It's 6:45 a.m. And we are heading to the road race. I'm gonna try to get in the first break of the day, ideally. That means that the race will probably go out with a bunch of attacks right from the gun, so I'm gonna need to be pretty warmed up. I think our race plan is just to get as many guys in the break as possible, so we'll just see how that shakes out, who makes it up the road. So the race is gonna be 4 laps. It starts up here, it's up ahead here, and end up taking a right turn and doing a couple sharp rollers before a couple gradual long downhills where the race might come back together again. I feel like there's going to be a couple sections where there'll be like strong crosswinds, and teams take advantage of that. They'll put everyone in the gutter where they can't draft off each other. That makes it really hard. And then there's a long uphill drag climb to the finish. So depending on the wind, it could be on all day. It just could be kind of a hard race from the start to finish.
up with me, they're giving me the finger. It's going to result in a ton of police complaints. It's a disaster. You cannot cross the line. This happens in this race all the time, I'm sorry, but there's nothing that can be done. If not, people will shut down the race.
If we do it again, we're disqualified.
Well, it's sketchy as shit.
Yeah. Road race, guys. Come on. I'm coming up here.
I can't hear you. I can't hear him. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. God damn it.
Yeah, the headwind makes it really hard for a brake to stick.
Yeah.
And then Floyd's team is so big, so I think Steven got on the brake, I got some moves in, Peter got some moves in, so.
Did it all come down to the final?
Yeah, it was a bunch sprint, a headwind climb, so no, it's kind of a boring race. Tomorrow will be a lot of fun.
They ever found a crack and looked inside, what would they say? Voices telling you to stay this way. Why don't you just take a break and contemplate if this is fake? And be honest with yourself, with yourself. Wait. Be honest with yourself, with yourself.
Okay, well, I'll start with the team. So, hold on, let me take this helmet off.
Just leave it on.
No. This is ridiculous. This is a valuable...
Hey.
Piece of commentary. All right, so from my perspective, the way it went out for the team is Steven did a fantastic job going up just as we planned into a very early move. He stayed away for quite some time. I disconnected from the group for some time on the first lap because I had a front flat on La Cañada. So I spent a lot of time bridging up. I think I caught back on like right at the lap line, but I was pretty exhausted then. After I got back in, we rode really well. I mean, Steven was really assertive with positioning, and we stayed probably like top 20 for a long time. Wouter and I tried to do a couple things a few times. We also tried some other moves, and then what ended up playing out from what I heard from John and everyone else is that they tried a few suicide moves towards the end, and then it was just John trying to hang in there at the end for a sprint result.
I think we're gonna try and get Steven and Wouter into the brakes, and I think Adam, Duck, and I are just gonna try and hang in, conserve energy for those final few laps when things are gonna get really raunchy.
Spicy.
The pressure is really on Floyd's to just keep it.
Yeah, I think
they're gonna.
Dude, I think we should just attack. Attack. Your nose is getting red.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, did you see
it's just like my nose. It's like it just like absorbs everything.
No.
Oh yeah, I want to say thank you for what we were talking about yesterday. I'm sorry we didn't get to continue talking about it.
Yeah.
But yes, it's.
No, I feel like because you and I are kind of in the same boat, you know, because we had that like, I mean, we felt that we were really established with our ability.
Yeah.
And.
Well, for me, the big thing is like, I had for 3 years the opportunity to give it everything.
Yeah.
And like now,
and you were like performing at a certain level, and you
Yeah.
had that like expectation for yourself, you know.
And it's tough. Like it just trained. Like I could probably do 10, 12 hours a week, but like my relationship with Sarah would not be there.
Yeah.
Like my work would not be there. And like right now, work is just it's the next 30 years, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But the other thing too, it's like it's crazy going from, because I know you had that expectation of like finishing in the top tier all the time, you know. And now we're like
you have to be able to reframe it, right? Like, you know, just because we used to be able to do that doesn't mean that we can't still do well. But like in a road race, if I make it to the last lap with the group, I'm still pretty happy with that, you know. Like hard part for me is like with this team, like there is a certain expectation and responsibility. I know none of us are really in the boat where we can just like go all out anymore, and I think that sometimes this team forgets that a little bit.
We're all just like normal dudes with like other things going on.
Who are happen to still be pretty good at bikes. Thanks, man. Let's be safe and get to the end.